Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're looking closely at ZK International Group based on information you sent us, covering things up to early May 2025. We've got various reports, articles, and our goal here is really to pull out the key insights for you without getting lost in all the details.
That's right. We've got info on their main business, their recent stock action, some clues about their financials, potential pluses and minuses, market mood, their competition over in China, and what might be next. And there's also some really fresh news about, well, a potential game changer in EV battery tech. It's quite a mix. So let's try to unpack it all.
Okay, let's do that. Starting with the basics, their core business. So ZK International Group is an engineering company in China. They specialize in high-performance piping solutions, mostly stainless steel and carbon steel.
And these aren't your average pipes, are they? They're for critical stuff, water supply, even direct drinking water systems, gas networks, firefighting, desalination plants. And industrial uses, too, like at the Beijing National Airport, and even Olympic sites like the Water Cube.
Right. They really push the quality angle, mentioning ISO certifications. And they hold quite a few patents, 28, I think, plus trademarks and awards. Shows innovation.
Definitely. Those certifications are key. And having 28 patents in this field, that's significant. It underlines their focus on, proprietary technology. Being involved in places like the Water Cube, that speaks volumes about their ability to handle complex projects.
Now, the stock performance side is pretty interesting. As of early May 2025, the price was hovering around, 1.017? But the really eye-catching thing is that jump about 54% in the month just before that. Apparently, it's linked to more activity in their infrastructure projects.
And this comes after some, let's say, rough patches earlier. There was that 1-for-7 reverse stock split in late January 2025, and they were dealing with Nasdaq bid price requirements in February.
So this surge, maybe it suggests investors are feeling more confident again, perhaps because of project wins or maybe government infrastructure spending picking up.
That kind of pattern, the volatility, the Nasdaq compliance issues, then a sharp rise, it often signals a turning point, or at least the market thinking there's a turning point. That 54% jump, it likely reflects anticipation of significant revenue coming from those big projects, water systems, gas lines, fueled by China's infrastructure push.
Okay, what about the money side, their financials? The sources we have don't give us super recent detailed earnings, but the business model is clearly tied to those big, often government-backed infrastructure jobs.
Right. And just staying listed on Nasdaq suggests, a certain baseline of operational stability, which probably helped attract that renewed interest.
Looking back a bit, fiscal year ending September 2024, revenue was $108.2 million. That was slightly down from the year before. But the first half of fiscal 24 actually saw record revenue up 6.5%. And here's a kicker. They reported a huge 405% jump in gross profit for fiscal 24.
That 405% gross profit increase is definitely noteworthy, even with the slight revenue dip for the full year. It suggests something changed, maybe higher margin contracts, better efficiency, or focusing on more specialized piping. It's hard to say without more detail, but it's significant.
And maintaining that Nasdaq listing, as you said, it does provide some comfort level for investors regarding compliance and reporting.
It does. It's a minimum standard, but an important one.
So pulling out their main strengths, that patent portfolio stands out, doesn't it? Plus, a proven track record on major projects, those quality certs, and crucially, they seem perfectly placed to benefit from China's huge water quality initiative. What was it, $850 billion?
Exactly. That $850 billion commitment to water infrastructure is enormous. If ZK International Group can leverage their specialized tech, their patented solutions, into that, well, that's a massive potential market. Their history with big projects like the airport adds credibility for landing future contracts, too.
Anything worrying, though? Any potential red flags? Well, that previous Nasdaq bid price problem, it does stick out a bit. Suggests they hit a rough patch with share price before.
It's a fair point. While they fixed it, it reminds you there were challenges. Investor confidence might have been shaky back then. It's just part of the history to consider when you're looking ahead.
How's the market feeling about them now? Market sentiment. Recent news definitely points towards positive feelings. That big stock rally tied to infrastructure work is a strong signal.
And while we don't have specific analyst ratings here, getting past those Nasdaq issues and highlighting their patents probably helps build some optimism.
Social media seems active, lots of trading interest, but maybe no solid agreement on what's next.
Pretty typical when a stock moves fast like that. Lots of chatter, lots of speculation.
And the fear and greed index was at 39, which is fear. So despite the rally, there's still maybe some underlying caution out there.
Could be. Or maybe it just reflects broader market anxieties. A reading of 39, even after a big gain, suggests the market isn't throwing caution to the wind entirely. They might want more proof this trend is sustainable.
What about competitors? They're in China's stainless steel piping sector. The sources don't name specific rivals, but it sounds like their edge comes from those patents and aligning with government projects, especially water system upgrades.
That seems to be the angle. If their patented tech gives them an advantage in bidding for or executing these large government jobs, that's a strong competitive moat. Their success in getting contracts for things like water upgrades kind of implies their tech offers something valuable.
So looking forward, what could really move the needle for them? More of those government water contracts, obviously. Billions are potentially at stake there, driving revenue.
Absolutely. That's the big catalyst for the core business.
And upcoming earnings reports post-May could be really revealing, right? Give us a clearer picture after these recent projects.
Investors will definitely be watching those closely. They'll want to see if that project momentum translates into actual financial improvement,
Yeah.
better profits.
Okay, now for the big plot twist. On May 8th, 2025, right around the time of this other info, ZK International Group announces a breakthrough in EV battery technology.
Oh, okay. That's different.
They're claiming significant improvements, performance, efficiency, the works, and the reaction. Huge investor interest, media buzz, and a massive 38.05% stock price surge in pre-market trading on that news.
38% pre-market. Wow. Okay, that's a serious reaction. So they're claiming better batteries.
Seems so. And they didn't stop there. They announced a strategic partnership with a major automaker to supply these batteries. Plus, they acquired a smaller battery tech firm to boost their capabilities.
So this isn't just talk. A partnership, an acquisition that signals a serious strategic shift into the EV space. It completely changes the story, doesn't it?
It really does. Are the sources giving any hints about what makes these batteries better, like density, charging speed, anything specific?
The material we reviewed just mentioned, enhancements in performance and efficiency. Not much more specific detail than that, unfortunately, but clearly enough to get the market excited.
And excited it was. That stock price, around 1.017 in early May. It jumped significantly after this EV news. Technical indicators are showing bullish signs, but also high volatility. Some forecasts even mention potential overvaluation, maybe around $2.48.
That volatility isn't surprising with this kind of news. The market's trying to price in a potentially massive new opportunity, but that overvaluation comment is a reminder that it's still speculative. We need to see real results from this battery tech.
Thinking about the EV industry overall, it's growing incredibly fast worldwide. If ZK International Group's breakthrough is genuine, it could really position them well.
Absolutely. A real tech advantage in batteries is gold dust in the EV market.
And getting that partnership with a major car maker, that's vital for actually getting these batteries into cars and generating revenue, isn't it?
Crucial. It validates the tech to some extent and provides a path to market. Essential for competing in the EV world.
So let's try to balance this. Risks and opportunities considering everything. Opportunities. Growing through acquisitions in battery tech, tapping into that huge global EV market.
Right. Huge upside potential there.
Risks. The stock price is clearly volatile, and regulatory changes could always impact either the piking business or this new EV venture.
Definitely. Plus, the risk of trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Moving into a complex new field like EV batteries while managing the core infrastructure business, that takes resources and focus.
Good point. Could they be stretching themselves thin, especially given the past Nasdaq issues?
It's a valid question. Diversification is good, but entering a field like EV batteries is resource intensive. They need to manage both sides effectively. There's execution risk there for sure.
And just to ground ourselves again, the financials. This EV stuff is exciting, but we shouldn't forget the earlier data on the core business, the revenue, that big jump in gross profit. Those are still important. The actual financial impact of the EV side is, well, totally unknown right now.
Precisely. Keep a balanced view. The core business provides the foundation, or it should. The EV venture is potential future growth, but it needs to prove itself financially over time.
What about the online chatter, the social media angle on this EV news? Sounds like a lot of excitement, especially on places like X and Reddit. Retail investors seem pretty buzzed about the battery breakthrough.
Makes sense. It's the kind of story that captures attention.
But there are also cautious voices, right? People saying, hold on, let's verify these claims, which is always sensible.
Very sensible. Social media hype can inflate things quickly. Independent verification and actual results are what matter in the long run. Due diligence is key.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you, the listener? ZK International Group looks like.
Well, a really interesting case study. You've got this established company in traditional infrastructure looking set to gain from government spending. And now they're making this bold leap into a high-growth tech sector with this EV battery news. Yeah, the key things to take away are, one, the potential in that core piping business, especially with China's infrastructure focus. Two, the recent stock momentum reflecting that. But then three, this whole new layer of excitement and uncertainty from the EV battery venture.
And that lack of really fresh, detailed financial data is a key point, too. It means you really need to keep watching their performance, both in infrastructure and now in batteries.
It's definitely a mix. Solid infrastructure play meets potentially disruptive tech.
Yeah.
Creates a complex picture for investors.
Which brings us to a final thought for you. How do you personally weigh that? The potential of a new, maybe explosive growth area like EV batteries against the more known, perhaps more stable, but also maybe more volatile core business of a company like this.
It's that classic risk-reward calculation, isn't it? Something every investor needs to figure out for themselves based on their own goals and risk tolerance.
We really hope this discussion has given you some clarity and food for thought on ZK International Group.
And if you found this valuable, we'd appreciate if you'd subscribe, maybe give us a like, and leave a comment. Your feedback genuinely helps us shape future content.
Thanks for tuning in to Investing Talk Podcast.